All right, very quickly, please consider subscribing and liking this channel. Please consider looking at my other channels. I'm going to put out some content very shortly. I know I keep saying it, but no, it's coming. It's coming. So, how to deal with this dilemma? Um, well, if you want the really blunt response, I put that for channel members. So I'm going to try to be exceedingly nice to Marilyn. And believe me, I don't have good feelings about this woman. And by the way, this is not a compliment. So she put out a video viciously attacking me and my dead mother last year. That video is gone. Now, I don't think she took it away out of the goodness of her heart. I think she's locked in a major problem because a few months ago, Jenna Miscavige put out a series of videos detailing Aaron's abuse. Those videos are gone. So Marilyn put up a recent set of streams, one just by herself, and then the other where she's joined with Diana Nutcase, as I lovingly call her. And I'm being very generous to her, too. And I'm not going to drop the big hammer with her. And she knows what I'm talking about. And that's been well documented, too, by the way. We're not talking like speculation that she did it. She did something insanely horrific to a victim. But that's just how these people are. So now they're getting self-righteous about Echoplex. So we're still not clear if this is the same person, if they're guilty of what they're alleging, so on and so forth. I mean, Dana Cook says, I looked through it. He's definitely guilty. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, here's the problem. Do these people really care about hunting predators? Well, Diana Nutcase claims I was calling out Mr. Scoville long before you, boy. Really? Okay. Well, show us. Why don't you show us? Why don't you do that? Because with Knife Order and Goot and others, they can go back years. They can go back years and show us over and over again. And they provide not just one piece of evidence, they provide mountains of evidence that Scoville is guilty. But still, these are serious accusations. Now, I am not involved at all, right? My relationship with Ecoplex is basically zero. They've left some comments on this channel, and that is about it. I think I've seen some of Ecoplex's work here and there. That is about it. And trying to be as honest as possible, I think I tried to catch one of their lives, but I don't honestly know if I made it. If you guys can find a screenshot where I'm actually in his chat, by all means, I'm not going to deny that, but I don't think I've caught even his lives. So I probably have more of a relationship to Zero Dark Tony than Ecoplex. But anyway, so we have this dilemma that over and over again, again, this is according to Marilyn and Diana Tex, or whatever her name is, that we have a predator problem. Okay, so we look at, according to them, right? Zero Dark Tony, Scoville, Louis Repetto, but who's the person letting them in? Aaron Smith-Levin. Yeah, who's Aaron Smith-Levin working with? Karen and Jeffrey Augustine. So I'm a little confused. On the one hand, they're claiming we have a predator problem. It's like, it's gone too far. We must have zero tolerance for the predators. Oh, by the way, well, there's actually two things. Marilyn, who is upset now, she's upset because the children are in danger. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, when Pearl Snappy was going after teenagers, screaming at them, she didn't care. Neither did Aaron. You know why? Because Pearl Snappy was pro-Aaron. When Scoville was grifting and stealing thousands of dollars and committing fraud, they didn't care. You know why? Because he was staying silent. Right? Scoville, I have many criticisms, but you can understand at least his consistency in knowing how to maintain this criminal silence regarding Aaron. If Aaron does something wrong, stay quiet, and they don't talk about you. But as soon as you start criticizing Aaron, now suddenly your background, they're going to start checking your OSA files. Okay? And by the way, they're really criticizing DOA. You know who advocates looking into backgrounds? DOA, which I would push back on DOA on that, saying that's a little too Stalinistic for my taste, but that's me. So if you want to look into people's backgrounds, that's fine. What's Marilyn's background? Well, it's YouTube, so I'm going to be very careful. And these are not allegations. She admits to this. She straight out admitted it. Laughing, too, by the way, that she was abusive to her children. Was Marilyn ever put in jail? No. Is Marilyn going to turn herself over to the authorities? No. So this is a vile hypocrite on two levels. One, she alleges, I care so much for the children. No, you don't. Your own behavior shows that is radically not true. And then she's like, I have zero tolerance for depression. Yes, you do. You have enormous tolerance for predators. Whoever it is, DOA, Scoville, Louis Repetto, you go through the list, you are more than willing to tolerate predators as long as they like Aaron and stay quiet about his crimes. So I have a strong suspicion the only reason you care about Ecoplex is because Ecoplex made a fatal mistake of going into Aaron's past. Now, this is well known. This is in the public record. Where Aaron acted like I'm being nice, a fool in creating a massive incident at a Florida bar. And the police caught him red-handed. He was trying to lie to them. He was trying to gaslight them and overwhelm the testimony of other people who said, yeah, he was escalating the situation. And verbally harassing a woman who he had tried to look up through Facebook. And by the way, you know how he did that? He used the aftermath, not the foundation, although he probably did that too, but the moniker of the aftermath, the show he was on, right? Which was allegedly about showcasing victims and letting them tell their stories. So he literally used, right, the brand name of the aftermath, which is about exposing the crimes of Scientology, allegedly, to find these women. And he's married. That's not predatory behavior? No, not to Marilyn. No, that's fine. That's fine. Him abusing Jenna? That's fine too. Oh, that's fine. So what exactly is her standard? Right? Now they're like, we have moralities. Yeah, your morality is of Satanists, frankly. You don't have morality. And the morality you're appealing to is the morality of just power. Aaron has a lot of subscribers. He has a lot of money. So they're magically not finding Aaron to be a predator. Why not? I don't know. So what is the standard? It cannot be children, right? Because one, we have predatory behavior regarding children. Scoville, Pearl Snappy, you go through the list, Louis Repetto, you go through the list, they don't care. Marilyn herself is guilty of crimes regarding children. She doesn't care. She, in fact, dismisses her own behavior, saying, I guess it's a crime now, but back then I didn't consider it a crime. Well, there you go. If that's the standard, that's the standard. It's in the eye of the beholder. So why should we care about this? Neither one of you are sincere, because as soon as things change, what if Ecoplex starts becoming pro-Aaron? Magics. It doesn't matter anymore. So these are not sincere people who sincerely care about children. These are people who sincerely care about power or money or domination, but they don't care about children and they don't care about victims. So all their fake crying is really, really disturbing. But I'm going to get to the second point. So Marilyn, in her paroxysms of, I must protect children. It's like, I can't even read this. I'm about to cry. I need to go away, everyone. All right? And then 30 minutes later is laughing and smiling. Wait, I thought this was all very disturbing. I thought you were like, I cannot believe this. I can barely hold it together. And there she is smiling with, what's her name? Okay, but these are serious accusations. We will look into it. I have no role here because I have no connection to Ecoplex. But unlike them, I do want to maintain some consistency, right? If I'm going to call out Scoville and his fraudulent activities, if Ecoplex has been committing fraud, that should also be looked into. But it should be looked into by serious people and sincere people. I'll be honest, maybe I'm not that person. Maybe I'm a grifter. Maybe my hands are too dirty, ironically, because which I did. I should have been more active in exposing Aaron. I fully admit that. So hopefully the serious people, sincere people like Goot and Knife Hoarder and others will look into it, and I will judge the results. So, unlike them, I'm not interested in posing myself as a fake hero. I am no hero. I'm heroic compared to them, but that's because they're at the very bottom. They're no different than the people they allege to denounce. They're all of the same kind. And unlike them, at least I left the Aaron cult. They're still in that cult and defending it with all their vigor and now pretending to care about us. Well, I would warn you, let's stay away from them and let's stay away from Scoville and let's stay away from Aaron, in my humble opinion.